Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm starting off by priming my eyes. I'm using the Kat Von D eyeshadow primer. This is just to make sure that the eyeshadow stays on all day long and it doesn't crease. And then I'm going to set this eyeshadow primer just so that it doesn't feel so sticky and we can blend all the eyeshadows on top smoothly and they all look blended together. You can use any powder, you can use your face powder. I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Smoky Eye Palette. I'll be listing all the information and all the products that I'm using down in the description box down below, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. I'm using some tape to help catch up all the excess eyeshadow that we don't want. And then I'm using my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil as a base, and then I'm going over it with the shade Raider from my Naked Smoky Eye Palette to make the color look more intense and more vibrant. You can really see in this clip how the tape is catching on all the excess eyeshadow that we don't want. Once we take the tape off, you can really see the clean, nice, sharp edge of the eyeshadow that it has given us by just using the tape. And then for my transition shade / crease shade, I'm using Raw Sienna from my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. This just helps blend all the eyeshadows together so that we have no harsh edges and all the eyeshadows look more put together. To darken up the look, I'm using the shade Whiskey. This is just a dark chocolatey brown shade. I'm putting that on the outer corners of my eyes and then I'm blending it out into the crease shade and just really taking my time blending all the eyeshadows out. I'm going back to my eyelid color because once you blend all the eyeshadows together, the first color that you have put on is kind of starting to look more faded, so you want to go back and apply more. And then with a clean brush, I'm just blending out all the edges. As you can see, I'm really taking my time blending out all the eyeshadows. And then I'm using the color Black Market and putting that on the very outer corner of my eyes. This is just to darken up the look even more. Using the lightest shade in the palette, I'm highlighting my brow bone, and then I'm going to do a winged eyeliner. Oh no, wait, I'm taking off the tapes before that. There we go. You can really see the sharp edge. Look at that. Now this is a perfect edge for a winged eyeliner. So I'm using my L'Oreal gel eyeliner and I'm going to line my eyelids and then put on some falsies. Moving on to my face makeup, I'm using my Maybelline Master Primer in the shade, not the shade, it's the Blur+Smooth primer. This is amazing if you have oily skin. And then I'm using my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is basically like a concealer. It's just a peach shade, so it helps cancel out any darkness or discoloration that you may have underneath your eyes. But you want to make sure that you put on some type of concealer or foundation on top because it can look very pink just by itself, but once you put the concealer on, it really brightens up the look in your under eyes. For foundation, I'm using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer in the shade Golden Neutral. Again, I'll leave all the names and all the shades in the description box down below. So I'm blending out my foundation with my Real Techniques brush, and make sure you blend down your foundation down to your neck so it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. To highlight and conceal my face, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Light. I'm putting that underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. I love how the concealer looks on top of that Becca corrector that we put on earlier. It just really brightens up the look. To set the concealer underneath my eyes, I'm using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm mixing the two lightest shades together. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using my Maybelline powder. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's so full coverage and it doesn't look cakey at all. And then I'm smudging a little bit of the shadows that we put on earlier in our crease on my lower lash line, just to define and make it look more smoky. And then to line my waterline, I'm using my Marc Jacobs black eyeliner. This is such a good eyeliner. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't move. It's just great. To brighten up the inner corners, I'm taking this gold eyeshadow and putting that in my inner corners. And then to blend my false eyelashes with my real lashes, I'm using some mascara and putting that on my lower lashes too. To contour my face, I'm going back to my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm using the two dark shades, the lightest ones. And this brush kind of actually reminds me of the NARS Ita brush. I'm using that first, and then I'm going back with a fluffy brush just to blend out all the edges and just so we have no harsh lines. To highlight my face, I'm using the Becca highlighting powder in the shade Moonstone. This is one of my absolute favorite highlighters ever. It doesn't look too gold, it doesn't look too white, it's just the perfect color. Highlighting my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my brow bones. I just love the glow that this highlighter gives you. And then to finish off the look, I'm lining my lips with the ColourPop lip liner in the shade BFF2. And then I'm using my NYX lip cream in the shade Syro. And that's it for this makeup tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video.